Okay, we're seeing losses today of 31 points, yesterday 33 points. Some say it's as much of a 23% decline year on year for the Kenyan market. Is it time to get worried?
No, not yet. If you are a bit risky, you risk averse, yes, you should be worried. But if you're not risk averse, it's time to get into the market and actually buy. The market should get a boost when we get into February, mid-February, when end of year 2010 results start coming in, which should give some reprieve and some stimulus to get people to buy shares in the market. So it's not a time to run away, actually it's a time to buy right now.
All right, now we did see in last session Mumias coming out with their results, losses. That helped, sort of affected the stock and the pricing of the stock. So too, key players like KPLC and Sasini, which have been the active counters today, and what's the pricing like?
The most active counters today, again, is Safaricom. Most of the trades were on Safaricom, and most of the trades on Safaricom were from foreigners. With a buy side of close to 50 million shillings and a sell side of 12 million shillings. Then the next largest mover was Cooperative Bank. And pricing for those two counters is still okay. Safaricom a bit still underpriced, and that's why I guess you can see a bit of more demand on the counter than the selling going on it. On Mumias, honestly, I think it's a market that just panicked and sold, because really their revenues decreased. They actually did not make a loss, and it decreased not because of their own inefficiencies, but because of the country's infrastructural problems, which made them not be able to transport their cane last year. Right. So I expect their end of year results to be good.
Talking about Safaricom, I mean, some experts looking at this counter, they do see a very positive outlook for the price of Safaricom, that it could in future, the near future, breach the 5 shillings level, because the variables of the company are strong despite some of the pricing wars. What do you make of that?
It is still the largest earning company in the country. It is the largest company in the country, actually, and it still has a large market share. And I really think for a price recovery to happen on Safaricom, I think there's a bit of more analysis that needs to go into their financials. How long will data take for Safaricom to become its largest earner? And two, what are their plans in all these price wars? Was Voice to control 70% of their profits? So I don't think there'll be a quick price recovery on Safaricom until some of these fundamentals come out clearly in the market.
Okay, let's talk about East African Brewers, which has aroused the interest of some investors. It's been an attractive counter in today's session, and it's also announced the company some new sort of cost-cutting measures to subcontract sorghum producers and not rely too much on barley, and that should allow it to at least save on production costs, as well as its broad expansion plans into the sub-region. What do you make of EABL?
It is a good counter. In the market, in the Kenyan market, they do have a stronghold. Expansion-wise, I don't think they'll be able to succeed that much, especially after the breakdown of the deal with the SAB Millers. So you find competition will start becoming stiffer to them. And with the current drought that is in place and global commodity prices going up, as much as they're trying to cut their production cost, I think we might see a rise on that side.
Okay, talk to us about the building materials sector, the cement producers. I think consistently over the last few weeks, we've seen an upward trend for Portland, then a few losses or a decline in the price, upward trend for Ati River, and this week seems to be a lot of interest in Bamburi. Speak to us about Bamburi first, but generally your forecast for the building materials sector.
Basically, it's a growing sector in the economy. If you look at the statistics on housing demand in the country and supply and infrastructure, you'll find that there's still more to be done in that area. And all those things use cement. And if you look at production of cement, it still is way outstripped by the demand for cement on the consumption of cement in the country. So they have a market. So for most of them this year, most probably we'll see them expanding, increasing their capacity to be able to try and meet the local demand and the regional demand. Bamburi is normally a darling of foreigners, and most trades that happen on Bamburi are made by foreigners, because they do pay a very good dividends with a dividend yield of close to 4%.